Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with the basics because I have one more student with us, Marlene. She's not much aware about Excel. Rather, she's not at all aware about Excel. So I'm starting with the very basic of it. So
Okay.
it might be a bit boring for you in the initial 10-20 minutes.
No
Just
problem.
stay calm, okay? First of all, in Excel, we have cells. Every this box is a cell, and every cell have its address, and the address we can see in this name box. Wherever we click, we can see that it is F5. And if we want to reach anywhere in this sheet, if we want to go to a cell named Z5, we can just write over here and click, and we will reach to that particular cell. You want to go back to A1, we can just type over here A1 and we can reach to that cell. Means we need not have to drag with the mouse to that particular place. We can just type on name box and reach to that place. Perfect. Okay. So this is cell, and with reference name box, we can reach to any cell in a sheet, not in a workbook. Perfect. Okay. Now, after the cell, there comes the columns and rows. Every cell is related to one column and a row. Column names are alphabetically mentioned A, B, C, D, and rows are in 1 to 3 numeric. If we see that there are, I think so, 60, let me type 1 and control R. And the sum comes out to be there are a number of columns 16384. What did you just type? 16384 are the number of columns. Why I had typed 1 just to check how many number of columns I have selected. Here comes the sum of that particular numbers. So I come to know that there are. Got it. This because otherwise with the ABC, I would not be able to come up that how many numbers are there in XFD. But for the rows, we can just go down and we can see there are 10,48,576. So more than 10 lakh means we can say 1 million. Okay. So we have huge set of data that we can make in Excel with a number of this many cells, because the number of cells are 10 million, 1 million multiplied by this. This many number of cells are there in a sheet, and we can make number of sheets in a workbook. So how huge database even a single workbook can be, you cannot imagine. Insane. Got it? And these are the sheets. You can add sheet by clicking on this plus button. Add number of sheets. You can rename it by double click over here. And combination of this all sheets is set to be as a workbook, for which we have named as a file. Okay. Okay. So we can save it anywhere. It will give us this all sections that we can save it as an Excel workbook, macro enable, binary workbook. There are a number of things. We will only learn about two things: Excel workbook and the macro enabled workbook, because in later phase we will also learn to automate our things. We will just have a coding in Visual Basic behind the screen, and we can just click a button and get our work done automatically. That will also learn later on. So we will just learn this two type of Excels, and we can also make this 97 and 203 if anyone of our friend who don't have the latest version of Microsoft Office with him, so he will not be able to open our XLSX file. So for that person, we can make the previous version of Excel. With this previous version of Excel, we will have the limited database. The number of rows and columns are reduced. Oh. Till 2003, the number of columns were 3,200, I think so, and the number of rows were 64,000 something. So it was a very limited space in Excel. But as of now, we will do Excel workbook only. We can rename and save the file like that. Now come up with the formula bar here. This is a formula bar. Wherever we click, if we enter something, we can see it's over here also. This is the formula bar. And if we go over here, we click on the function. We have number of functions over here, which we can use sum, average, if. There are a number of functions over here. We need not have to explore every function. These are the most recently used functions which I have used. But if I click on all, there is a very huge number of functions. We need not have to learn everything, but
Yeah.
we will use only which is useful to us. We can search like we want to do addition. So type addition and search as linear sheets. This will add up to this thing. I want to do sum. I'll search. There's sum if sum. There are a number of functions related to sum. Okay, if you want to do average, you can just search and we will find the related function. And if we click on help, we will get the help out of it. But how this function works means we need not go to YouTube. We need not have to ask anybody. We can just search our thing, what we want to do. It will guide us some of the related functions with it. Although we'll learn a number of functions that are useful in making our assignments. Then comes the name box. We have already learned about the name box. Okay. Now about the simple formatting as Merlin is supposed to do in her assignment to make the border, we have to select a range. Let me tell you what is a range first of all. As we have learned about cell, column, row, and range was left. If I select number of cells all together by keeping my left click on and I drag my mouse, then I'll select some of the rows and columns. Then this is set to be as range. How we name this range? This range is named with the first cell and the last cell separated with the colon sign.
Okay. So
Here the first cell is E3 and the last cell is
J9.
J9.
Perfect.
So it is tried as E3 colon J9.
Okay, good.
Okay. So whenever we use a function and we want to use this particular range, we will mention it like that. For example, let me put some numbers over here. Okay. And this is a range. I want to do sum of this all. So I'll put the formula as sum bracket start and I'll select this array. As soon as I select this range, we can see that the range is defined with first cell and the last cell. And we will get the sum of it.
When you typed it, did you put equals first?
Yes, yes. For any formula, we need to put equal before that. Otherwise, it will consider it as a text that we want to type this thing.
Okay.
But by putting it as equal sign, it will consider it as a formula. Or we want to calculate something with it.
Okay, no space.
No space, no space.
Got it, got it.
Okay. Simple formatting. If we select a range, and then we can go to this drop box. Here comes the number of functions to do the border. For this, I'll recommend you to enter into more borders and you can use the outer border with this outline and inner border with this thing. Like I want to put dots for the inner and I want to put a double quoted line for the outline. And it will do like that. It's an easy thing.
Amazing.
And if we want to put some color to the headings, then we can select it and drop down of this bucket and we can select any of the shade we want to use for this.
How do you select the cell? Like,
okay.
What do you click?
Okay. One way is use the mouse, click over here and drag till this. But I'll recommend you not to use the key, a mouse, rather use the keyboard. Go to the first cell, press the shift key and right arrow.
Very useful. I love that.
Okay. And then use the drop down and select anything.
Okay.
Okay. This is how we use fill and border. And if you want to put the bold, like we have written over here. I want to bold it. Control and B for bold.
Okay.
Control and I for italic. Control U for underline.
You selected this first. The cell.
Whatsoever cell I want to put bold, I will select and press Control B.
Mhm.
Control B for bold. Control I for italic. Switch and switch off.
Mhm.
And Control U for underline.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's come to basic formulas. First of all, as you want to know how to freeze the rows and columns, the way is we will go to view, and here is the freeze span section.
So why do we freeze?
Let me tell you why do we freeze. For example, we have a huge data over here. Let me drop down to something like that. Okay, and as soon as we go down, we see that our headers are missing. We go up again and see, oh, this is amount. Let's go down and search
now
for the
you
data.
don't know.
So we don't know what's the header. So if we want to freeze this thing, we can select a row underneath it, and we can go to freeze span. Just click on the freeze span and we will get a line on the top of this. And as soon as we scroll, the headers will be freezed. And we can even do this thing to go right. If we want to freeze the first column also of our items, we can do one thing, go back to the unfreeze and select only a cell, not the row. If we select the cell, the first filled cell with the data, that will freeze the row and the column. It's also freeze the pan. See, we have a vertical as well as the horizontal line. So even if we go to right, we will have the names with us. Even if we go to the bottom, we will have the headers with us. So this is how we freeze the panels.
To do it that way.
This is better.
Yeah.
But it's not every time better, because if we have some data and we don't have anything to be freezed in the left side, then there's no need to do that. Rather we can do like this. Okay. It depends upon the type of data we have. If we need it, that we have the items. If we don't have the items, only the numbers, then what's the need of freezing this column?
Okay.
Okay. Now let's come back to the formulas. First of all, let's know how to put the operators. Let me delete this all things. We'll get it from calculation. Okay. If you want to multiply the things or sum the things, is separated with very simple operators. If you want to multiply this thing, then we'll click over this cell, put the asterisk sign between, click the another cell, and then we'll put the enter, and we'll get the somebody else. Hi, Cordiala.
You want to turn on yours?
Hi everyone. Hi everyone.
We have not much done. Only the basic part is done. So it's the good time you have joined. Okay, in this operators, we will put the asterisk sign between two cells and we will get the multiplication answer out of it. Just to drag this to the last cell, we can go to the cell's corner. We can see a small green box over here. Just go over there. We will, as soon as we reach over there, our cursor will change the icon. See, here there is a bold plus sign, and as soon as I reach over there is a small lined plus sign. As soon as we reach over there, we can just double click the left.
What did you do? Double click?
Double click the left mouse button.
Okay.
And that it will pull the data till we have filled.
Okay.
Okay.
So
As
I
it
didn't know that it's supposed to stop here.
Because it can see that in the left side we have some of the cells filled. So it considered that there are some data supposed to come over here also.
I see.
So it see the what is the last row filled. So that reached to the end. Even if it is going till 1,000 rows. which is not even visible to us, it will take us to that cell. See?
It's very easy. You don't have to drag it
Yeah.
anymore. You just have to
Generally
double
people,
click.
generally people click over here and
and
drag
then
it like
It
this.
takes forever.
And even if they reach good far away, then they come back
Mhm.
and they just struggle catching the last cell.
Exactly. So double click the right,
Yeah, double click the left
left.
mouse button.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Gotcha.
And another way is if you can reach to the last cell, if you can reach to the last cell and you know where the formula is to be placed, and you just shift and control and click the up row, and you will reach the first filled cell. Just press the Control D button and it will fill the complete selected area with the first cell formula.
Okay. So you selected Control Shift up.
Let me show you. That was the way how to navigate to the cells.
Mhm.
First of all, I reach to the bottom
Mhm.
and Control Shift up arrow. It will lead me to the first cell.
Mm.
Then I can press Control D.
Control
This is D.
D. Why D?
Control D is copy down formula. Copy down. Okay. To copy down, you can just press Control D. Let me show you. If I have very small set of range, then rather than just double clicking over here, I will do, I'll select this three things like this without even clicking on the mouse. I will select this and I will put Control D. Even Control D just copies down. Copies down.
Down.
Copy down. Control D means copy down. Even if I'm on a I'm typing over here, I type 20 over here, I type 25 over here, and to the next, I just need not have to select anything else. I just press Control D and it will copy the formula from the top cell.
Okay, perfect. I love that. Okay.
Okay, and one more thing, just to avoid using mouse, whenever you are typing a data in a tabular form, then just use tab button rather than the arrow or the enter key. As I write apple over here and I press tab and type 12 over here and tab and then tab and then I put the formula, and as soon as I put enter, it will lead me to the first cell from which I started pressing tab. So I need not have to press enter after using tab arrow key. If I use the arrow key also help us navigate to the next cell. But with the arrow key, after pressing enter, we will not be able to go to the first cell. We have to drag it back. It will just lead to the beneath cell. But if we are using tab while typing, it will lead to the first cell where we have started pressing tab.
Perfect.
So it's easier to type like this using keyboard. We need not have to touch the mouse.
Enter to go down.
Yeah. It's like it works like earlier days we had the typewriter, na? In that when the person keep writing, and as soon as the person press the enter key, it leads to the first section. So it works like that, as in the Word also. Okay, so this is the way how we put formulas and we copy the formulas. Now, if we want to use something which is having a formula which is related to the same row, but for taxes, I have placed the tax amount over here. What is the rate of tax? I have placed in one cell.
18. Yeah.
I have placed in one cell and I want this cell to be referred while placing the formula in each cell to calculate the tax. So the basic way is multiply this cell multiplied with the tax amount. OK. And I'll put enter. But as soon as I'll drag this cell to the bottom, I'll see that the reference of that 18 is shifted as soon as I move down. Yeah. So for this, we have a solution with the Excel that go to this cell. We have written G1 over here. We have to press F4 button, function key 4 to freeze this. As soon as we press F4, we see that dollar sign comes in somebody else also. It's number of people have the class till 11:30.
Yeah.
So they will join late.
Sorry, where were we? Okay.
Okay. So as soon as we press F4, we can see that there is a dollar sign in front of G as well as 1. Dollar sign means that even if we move the formula in columns, the G will remain the same G. Even if I move the formula towards right, I go to H, I go to I, but the formula will remain with the G. If I put the dollar in front of G, and if I put the dollar in front of 1, it means even if I go row downwards or upwards, the cell will remain the same at the first row. So by putting $2 G and 1, we are placing $2 over here. That means we are freezing the cell for the formula. If I drag this, it will result to the correct answer. For every cell, G1 will remain G1. Even if I go to very far away place, then also G1 will remain G1.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this help us to freeze the cell within the formula.
Okay, so you will freeze this one, the first.
I will freeze G1, not the F3, because as soon as I move down, I want the amount to change, but not the taxes.
Not the taxes percentage.
Yeah. And with this, why I am asking to place the taxes in the other section? Because if in future, someday, if the amount of taxes changes, then we need not have to change every cell formula. We will just have the reference with this cell. So every cell will be changed according to the percentage of this tax.
So,
Isn't it?
Aaron, can you do it again? So, for example, you want to lock the 18%, yeah? So you'd go, for example, equal to under G3. I'm just trying to run it how you did it. Equal to the F3
And G1.
and G1. But how then do you lock the G1?
If I have G1, if I have just G1, if I drag this down, you will see that the G1 changes to G2 and G3. Okay.
Yeah.
To freeze it, we need to place dollars. And we need not have to type dollar sign in front of G and 1. We can just use the function 4 key. Every keyboard have the function keys F1, F2, F3 next to escape.
F4.
Next to
F4
escape.
key.
So function 4 key will help us to get the dollar sign.
Okay.
I don't think so. In MacBook, the function key is available. So for them, they have to type dollar sign in front of G as well as 1.
Okay. But if we only type the dollar sign in front of G, what happens?
Yeah, that will not help us because that will only freeze the column, but not the rows. But if we place dollar sign in front of 1 only, that will help because we are not navigating our formula. We are not pulling our formula towards right or left. We are not pulling our formula horizontally. We are just pulling the formula downward.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Got it.
Fine. So let's understand what this dollar sign means. Dollar sign means we are freezing. If we are putting dollar in front of row number is 1. We are freezing the row. Even if we are moving down, the row is freezed.
Okay.
But if we place the dollar sign in front of G, it means the column is also freezed.
Got it.
Right.
Okay. So even if we place extra dollar in front of G, it will not change the formula. Even if we use it or if we don't use it, it doesn't make any change because our formula is moving only vertically. So only rows matters.
Okay.
Column remains the same. So it will not help even if we place it, if we don't place it. It doesn't change. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
Okay, now to put the net amount, we will just add this with this. And double click it. Okay.
So
This is the way.
double click.
Double click.
Left.
Yeah, you do it on your sheet also. Do something, place some data over there. Anything. Don't put the headers. Just place some data. 20 something.
We have
Okay. Now, if we want to put some of this net payable as at the end of the bill, we want consumer to pay something for this. So there is one way we put equal to sign, write sum, bracket start. We move to the cells that we want to sum up, close the bracket and put enter. And for the easier way, if we don't want to do so much, we just go to the last cell where we want to put the sum. We will press the Alt and plus sign. Alt and plus sign from the keyboard.
I'm trying to do that as well. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
You do it over here. It will sum of all these three cells. Where is Alt sign? You don't have Alt. In MacBook, there is Alt is also missing.
I can figure it out later.
Let's try this if it helps.
I think function.
So it doesn't.
Function,
No,
maybe
the
this.
function will also not help. Sorry. Oh, you have the function keys. Oh,
Yeah.
with the functions, you have the keys.
So
Okay, in MacBook, there is a touch panel on the top of it, and we can see the functions. See, just
earlier.
there was F1, F2, F3 over here.
It's okay. I will figure that later.
Okay, I have a
Okay.
question.
Who's that?
For some,
Okay.
what we have to click Alt plus.
Pradeep. Okay, Alt and plus sign. Plus sign is next to the backspace.
Okay, plus sign. Okay, got it. Got it.
Alt and plus sign.
So it will add everything at the top.
Yeah, everything at the top. And if you are in the right side of it and the data is placed on the left side, it will even sum that also. Let me place something. And if I press Alt plus sign in front of this, you can see that it will even sum the left data. Means it is means it catches automatically that which side the data is placed.
Oh, I see.
Okay. For simple shortcuts, everybody know about Control C and Control V. Control is used to copy, Control V is used to paste. And here comes Control R, which helps us to repeat something. For example, if I am doing this, that for selective data, I am putting bold over here. Okay, Control B. I am putting bold, and also now I want some other cells also to be bolded. So I'll go over there and do Control R will repeat the task. Oh, sorry, Control R is not to repeat. My bad. Is to copyright, as we have learned the copy down, the Control R will help us to copyright. Copy towards right. Okay. As we have learned to copy down the formula. So same we can do copy R also if we are placing some formula in the right side and we want to copy the same data towards right. We can use Control R to copy towards right.
Okay.
You want to repeat something towards right. Even the formulas will be copied to right. Okay. Control D we have already learned, and Control Z everybody knows if you want to undo something, and Control Y is to return the undo. If I do something and I go over there, I delete it, and by mistake I did Control Z, but I want to delete it again, so I can put Control Y.
Control Y.
Sorry, what's
Control Y. Control Y is to reversal of undo.
What's Control D?
Control D is to copy down the formula which have been already used in the previous cell.
Okay.
It will copy the same formula or same data to the next cell.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it will copy the formula that was in 43.2.
Yeah, yeah. When I'm placing my cursor on G4 and I press Control D, it will help me to copy the data from G3 and paste it in G4. Do you have a class over here? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
We are from the foundation group and we are just discussing with each other about the Excel, how to learn Excel.
Yeah.
You can sit over here and join the session. We are starting from the basics. You can understand it, and if you have some problem in between, you can ask for the query also. Hope everybody's have understood what is Control D.
Yep.
And how to use the formula and how to freeze the cell using the formula, using the $sign.
Mhm.
Okay. As we have used some function, we can also use the average as we want to know that what is the average amount which is being used. Just simply click equal sign. As soon as we start typing, we will get the references also that we can use any of the cell, use one of it, select the data and press enter. We will get the average.
Okay.
Like average, we can use maximum value. Just write max, maximum rate, which is the thing having the maximum rate, write max, write min for the minimum value. We will get the minimum quantity sold, something.
Oh, okay.
So this helps us finding the data very easily just by using the formula, sum, average, max, min. There are a number of things which we need to understand, like standard deviation. In analytics, we will learn number of things. So nothing to worry, just whatsoever you are having the formula, go to the function key, type over here what you want. It will give you the recommendation. Go to any formula, seek for the help. It will guide you how it works.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the shortcut again when you select and then to select down?
Okay. If you want to select down, just click over here, shift and down arrow. Or if we want to go to the filled last cell, then shift control and down arrow. It will lead to the last filled cell and control D will copy down.
Okay.
Okay. Let me guide you how that $sign help us. For example, if we are having some data like this, a set of data, here are 10, 1. So we want to multiply this all cells with the corresponding this headers with the corresponding these headers. So this is the way easily we will place this multiplied by this, we will get the answer. Okay. But as soon as we will move right, we will see that the corresponding cell also moves. Okay, but we don't want to place 10 in multiplication with 20. We want to multiply 1 with 20, isn't it? So what we have to do, we have to place the $sign with this J.
Okay.
J is to be freezed, right?
Got it.
So we will place $sign in front of J and it will freeze that particular column. And if we move right, we will see that answer will remain the same.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's select it like this and press Control R. With the Control R, we will move the formula towards right. Even if we go to the last cell, we will see that the 1 is selected along with 40. Okay, but this formula will not lead us going down with the formula.
Yes.
See, if we go down, the 10 shifted to 10, although the answer is correct because this was multiplied by 1. But if we move down, we will see that it is multiplying by 20. But 10 was to be multiplied.
Yeah. So we
have to freeze this row, not K, but 2.
2. Ah, got it.
We are already moving in K. we need to only freeze 2, but not the K, because as soon as we move towards right, we want to select L, but not the 2 should not be changed. Okay. So here we will press the dollar sign, place the dollar sign in front of 2. Okay. Now, if we move to right, the formula remains same. Even if we move to down, the formula remains same. See, this is how it works. So now we understood what is the use of dollar and how it helps us to place the formula in various cells. And we need not have to frame the formula again and again. If we are not aware of this formula, every time we go, we will have to do this, multiply by this. Again, we will go to next cell, we will do it again. But right now, we have one formula. And with which we can enter it to every cell. We will select right, we will select down, press Ctrl R, Ctrl D. Oh, something went wrong because I have control. Oh, I have not placed the dollar sign.
Oh, yeah.
The formula was changed.
Yes.
Dollar over here and dollar over
Right
here.
of J.
Okay,
So again,
Control R and D.
so good.
Hold on. I have a new student and she have some query. Let me listen to her. There are a number of other people also along with me. Okay. I'm taking this session, don't worry. Yeah. Uh-huh.
This data into new Excel sheet.
Just copy it and paste over there.
Transform.
Okay, transpose. It might be transpose. You want to put the columns into rows and rows into column. Transform doesn't make any meaning in Excel. I don't know. Click enable editing. Enable editing.
From files.
Transport to CSV.
CSV.
Fine. Now it will allow you.
But it is not showing on my computer.
It will show. You have to save it. You have to save it somewhere. Not in document. It is already.
Yes, and save.
You are using XLS, not CSV.
Yes.
When you were transforming, it was already transformed and placed in documents. Go and check over there. You are not yet transformed. You have missed it. Let me tell you all guys also what she was asking may be helpful to you also in future. Do you guys have class right now?
Yeah.
At what time?
12:30. No, 12:30, yes.
12:30.
Yeah. Okay. 45 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. You guys can sit, but we are having a session over here. You can sit. It's personal kind of. It's a personal kind of. We are having a together because we are number of people who don't aware of Excel, and we have number of things to do on Excel. So we are sharing our each other's experience with it. That's it. So you guys can sit, but if you have a class, we will leave the place. That's it. Okay. There is one student. What's your name? Meg. Megha is over here and she asked something that her teacher asked to prepare an CSV file from some data. Okay, let me show you some other Excel file. Let me have some data. Is it, for example,
Dashboard.
that is next level. First of all, let me teach them how to transform because we are talking about only Excel, not the dashboards. Okay. So with this, if we have some data with us, but remember CSV file contain only one sheet. So your workbook should not contain multiple sheets in a workbook. It will not convert to CSV file. Remember that thing. Okay, if we want to transform our data to CSV file, let me tell you what CSV file helps us. CSV files helps us to migrate data from Excel to any of the database because it is having a set of data only separated with commas. It doesn't have this A1, A2, nothing like that. It is just a data. Okay. We will have this data. From where you have moved to transformation.
Data get.
But with that, you get data from that. It is not the way how you save the file to CSV. For saving the file to CSV, we have to go to files, save as. And when we go to save as, let me have some place where we are placing. Then with this, you have CSV comma delimited over here. Okay. And we will rename it first CSV file. I will save it. Okay. It is showing that it is possibility that you lose some data because formatting doesn't go with it. And if we have some bold or border or something, nothing will go with it. Only the data will go with the commas separating the cells. Let me show you how the CSV file appears. Cell training. There's a CSV file. Let me open up in the notepad. Open with notepad. See how it looks.
It's separated by commas?
Yeah, it is separated by the commas.
No
Hmm?
semicolon, a colon?
No, only commas because we have selected comma separated file CSV.
Mm.
Fine.
Thank you so much.
You've come to the right place.
Fortunately, I came to the right place. Okay. Let's move further. We have reached to basic formulas. Have everybody understood this thing, how we are using dollar sign and why we are using the dollar signs? Anybody have doubt on this among the group? Everybody is on mute.
I have a question, please.
Yeah, Buki. Okay.
Will this video still be on the Teams even
Yeah,
after
this will be on the Teams. That's for sure. This
And
will
the one
remain
that-
on the Teams. Don't
and the
worry.
last one we did
Even
too.
I'll share this Excel file also if you want to refer this.
Okay, thank you. The previous class will be on the Teams.
Okay, fine. So you have understood how we are using to freeze row and how we are using to freeze column. Now, let me ask you one question to everybody. You have to type it in the Teams group chat that if I want to multiply every particular cell's formula with this 100, so what is the final formula to be? I want to multiply every cell as we have already multiplied K2 with J3 and going down, I have multiplied K2 with J4. And if I'm going right side till last, I'm multiplying N2 with J6. Now, every cell I want to multiply with 100 as well. So what is the formula to be? What else I have to add in this? That's for sure that I have to put the multiply sign.
Dot J and 3. I 2. $J2.
Everybody can answer on the chat box. Are you on the Teams?
Yes, I am. No, actually, I didn't join, but I'm gonna join now.
There it is. You can type without even joining it. It's J, yes,
And
and it's 2.
so no, yeah, right. That's
This is wrong or right?
so. Yeah.
Don't copy from others. Others might be wrong. So remember, give your own formula. Don't copy from others.
Okay.
Because if you answer this thing, I am for sure that you have learned the use of dollar. Okay, you can change. You can even edit that. Click on that. You can edit that. Edit option also. Earlier it was not there. Even in WhatsApp now we have edit. In the chat box, let me see how many people have answered. Okay. Kanav say K2. Kanav, we have to multiply 100 also along with it. This is not the right answer. So where is the 100? This is the formula already we are having. So we have to multiply K with J along K with 2 along with the
J3, then J2.
yeah along with
So K2, J3, and then J2.
so J2 is the cell that is to be multiplied, but where dollar is to be placed, where dollar not is to be placed, that is to be known. Okay. Which cell, which row, which column we are freezing, that is to be known. If you can answer this question seriously, you have understood everything. But if you are not able to answer this, I have to explain it again that where is the gap. Okay. Let me see the chat box again. Harmandeep answered. Dukki answered. Cordiala, we have to write the complete formula, not only J2. With this J2, it will remain the text, not the formula. Kanav, I'm waiting for your answer to be revised. If you have understood. If not, then no worries. I'll guide everyone. If all answer correctly, then there is no need to repeat the description, but otherwise let me show you the formula again where I was. Okay. We want to multiply every cell with this cell J2. Okay, Kanav gave the answer. I am waiting for Cordiala to answer. Cordelia, answer it. Amma, have you not understood or you don't want to answer?
I think she came in late, so I think she's still trying to catch up.
Okay. $J, $2. Fine. So by this, I come to know that some of people have understood, but not all. Let me declare the results. First of all, Bookie, your answer is not correct. Mariel, your answer is correct. Herman, your answer is incorrect. Kanav, your answer is incorrect. Cordelia, your answer is also incorrect. Fine. So team need to understand it again. The dollar sign is placed to freeze the row or the column. When we want to freeze a cell, it means the row and the column both are to be freezed with that. First of all, row and columns are already being used in this. For this 10, 20, 30, we need to freeze the row. So in this particular section, when we are using K2, K2 means this cell. So for this cell, even if we move to right, the K should be replaced with L. So K need not have to place the dollar sign. But when we move down, 2 is to be free. So we are placing dollar in front of 2. Even if we move down, we want K2 to be selected. Everywhere K2 is to be selected in column K. But when we move to right, instead of K, L is to be selected, right?
Yes.
And when we move down, only L2 is to be selected, not the L3, L4. The formula should not change when we move down, but when we move right, the formula is to be changed. Okay.
Right.
Now about the other way for this J. When we move to down, we want 1 is to be replaced by 2, means J3 is to be changed to J4. So we are placing formula with J4, but when we move towards right, the J should not change. So we are placing a dollar sign in front of J, not in front of 4. Agreed?
Yes.
So even if we move to the last cell, we will see that J is everywhere in the second parameter.
Yes.
And 2 is in everywhere in the first parameter.
Yes.
Okay. Everywhere the first parameter contains 2 and every formula contains J. Fine. But when we are talking about this particular cell, we want to multiply everywhere. So this should contain the dollar sign with both J as well as 2. Okay. Because even if we move to right, it should remain J2. Even if we move to down, it should remain J2. It means column is to be freezed and even row is to be freezed. Fine. This gives the result. Understood?
Understood.
Can I hear from everybody? Understood?
Yes.
Yes, got
Yeah.
it.
Good. See, this is the difference between remaining in a physical class and in online class. Only one person is over here and you will be surprised to know that she is the person who have touched Excel first time today.
Same here, sir.
Sulpi just entered, I think. So you have just joined or you have heard what we have taught few minutes back.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move to shortcuts. Okay. First of all, let me recommend you one thing that try to avoid mouse as many times as you can. Because in Excel, if you use keyboard, maximum times you use shortcuts, your time will be saved, your errors will be less, and you will not feel bored of using Excel. And if you use the keyboard, you will feel it like an instrument playing the music.
Like a piano.
Okay. Like I'm navigating to every cell of it. You can see that I'm navigating very quickly. I have reached to last cell of my data. I have reached to the last row of my data. I have reached to the first cell of my data. I have reached to the last column of my data. See how easy it is. I have just holding the control button and clicking on the arrows of keyboard. Okay. You can, if you are using the Excel, just having some data with it, then you can try using it. It will be really helpful to navigate throughout your data. Okay. First of all, this is the way how we reach to navigate to the place. And if we want to select a particular range of data, like I want to select this row. I want to select a row. I want to select this row. Okay. Then row is a kind of means thing which is like bar. So including the shift, if you press space bar, you will select the row. Okay.
Shift, space, and
Shift and space. That's it.
how does it know? Like I want to go to 6. Oh, the entire. Oh,
The
amazing.
entire row will be selected if we select shift and the space bar. Okay.
Perfect. What about the entire column?
For entire column, I forgot what it was. Shift control space. Oh no. Okay, let me Google it.
Try control space.
Control
What's the
space.
bus?
Okay. Okay. Let me go to Ansel. Control and space. Wow, great. Who was that? Who said that answer?
It was me.
Okay, Cordiala, thank you. So it's easy with the control button is a small one and the shift button is a bigger one in our keyboard. So if we want to go vertically, we will press control and space. If we want to go horizontally, we will press control and shift and space. So this is the way how we select data in a row or column. And if we want to select the complete data that we have filled with us, then we will press shift and control and with the end button on our keyboard.
Different for MacBook.
Again, for MacBook, we don't have the end button. We can use Control A to select all data. That will also help us. Control A.
Okay.
Okay. And now, as every time we will make a huge size of data, we will have to place some filters on the top of it. And one way is we will select the first row where the headers are placed, and we will go to data and then go to filter, and we will click over the filter. We will have the filters over here. But if we don't want to use the mouse to place filters, we will select that particular row and we will press Shift Control L. Shift plus Control plus L. Let me type it over here. Shift Control L. Okay. With this, we can place the filters.
What are
Shift Control L.
when do you use filters?
We use filters to have the selective data, as I just want edit data. I want the filter. I want that app. Okay, to open the filter, we again to open the filter, we need not have to use the mouse button. We can just navigate to that particular header, and with the Alt and down arrow, we can open the filter. Alt and down arrow. Alt plus down arrow. Okay.
Got it.
Now let's move to graphs. I have done some graph activity. Let me show you that. Okay. Let me capture some data from here. Before I go to graph, let me tell you something that we generally have some equations in our economics and analytics class, that with respect to these equations, we have to prepare graphs. Okay. Isn't it? We have such linear equations with us, and we are asked to prepare graph against this particular equations. So for this, we should know that in any case, if we have some equation with y minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0, sometimes the equations are given in this manner. Okay, whenever we are given equations in this manner, we have to remember this thing, that we have to bring the equation in this format, that y is placed in one side and rest of the other all data in the other side, because then only we can get y with respect to any value of x. With this equation, we will be confused how to find x.
Yes.
What is the formula to find y? Okay, so with this, let me place y1 over here, because this is the y1. Okay, and this is y2, and y2 I'll get over here, and x values will be over here. Okay, now let me place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something. Okay, now with this, as we are already aware to use the dollar and these all things, so let's drag a formula. Place 2 instead of 2, multiply with what? X, where x is, this is the x, and plus 1. Isn't it a simple formula as such? Only x is replaced with A4. No dollar required, nothing required, because we are not taking the same formula towards right. We are taking the same formula towards down, and nothing is freezed. Isn't it? For every corresponding x, there will be a different y. This is the same equation, 2x plus 1. Instead of x, we are just placing A4. That's it. We will get the answer, and we'll drag it. See? Okay.
Can we go back to the formula again?
Yes, why not?
Where did we get to? Here?
2 is over here.
Okay.
It's 2x plus 1. 2x means 2 multiplied by x plus 1.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now let's put the similar formula over here. It is minus x. So we'll put the minus sign before A4 and plus 1. That's it. Here we go. So we have this data with us. Okay. Now we want to plot a graph for it. Let's select this data. Go to insert. Go to this chart options. Press this scatter one and select this one. Okay. But with this data, we can see that our teacher asked us to get the point where these two lines meet each other. It means we need to go more towards left. We have the data starting from 1 till 7, but we need to go to 0 and even behind that, isn't it?
Yes.
So what we have to do, we already have prepared the graph. We will not change the graph, but we will just replace some data. We'll delete this thing. Okay. And we will insert over here. Now I'll repeat for repeat. I will use the function 4 key. Function 4 key lets us helps us in repeating the same activity. Now I will put 0 over here. -1, -2, -3, and I'll drag these two formulas to the top. Okay. And now I'll select the graph. I'll see that only this section is selected. Let me drag this up. Okay. And I'll pull this. See.
Nice.
We get the.
Nice.
Hope the people who joined with me to that analytics class, we had this task and teacher drew this diagram on the board.
She did the same way for
Yes.
analytics class.
Okay. So this is how we make graphs, how we get the intersection points. We can even use the values for each this dot. Add labels, we'll get the values.
Yeah.
Even for this line, we can add labels.
Nice. Amazing.
Okay. Now, let me show you one.
How did you add the values again? Can you come do that again?
Sorry, I have not got what you're saying.
Can you repeat how you added the values?
Okay, the formula we have placed. Okay.
No, the values. How did you get the values on the graph?
The values on the graph. Okay. Just add the labels, data labels.
So can we do it again?
All right, thanks.
Click on any of the line, this dots. Right click over there, add labels.
Okay.
Okay. And even if you want to do it other ways, there is a plus sign over here. Click over the plus sign. You have number of things. You want the access title. You want the chart title. Okay. You have the legends. Legends are this. These are the legends. Name of the line. Trend line. For why? This is the same because it doesn't have very scattered data. It's a very straight line. If it was a scattered data, it would have shown another line in between that. Okay. So this all options come by clicking this plus sign. Okay. It's easy.
Yeah.
Now, if we want to keep this title and all things also related to means linked with our data, as the data is linked, but not these titles. These titles are hard coded. We have to punch over here. Rather than this, if I place that equal to sign, just click on this box. When there are a number of dots, we will place equal to sign and we'll click this cell Y1. Okay. Whatsoever we write over there, it will be related to this. Y1 come over here. Okay. And if I place something else, it will change the data. Fine.
What did you click again?
I just clicked over here and press the equal sign.
Oh, okay. And then
click any of the cell. Wherever I click, it will give that data.
Okay.
Even if I change that, it will change that also.
Got it.
Now, let me explain you that also that earlier we have learned to use the dollar sign by freezing the cells. We have learned to freeze it for taxes. Now let's do one thing. As for this equation, if we don't have this 2 and 1, instead of this, we have something A and something B over here. Okay. This equation is like that. And we will get this A and B later phase, but we want something to be drawn And as soon as we change the value of A and B with the changing the slope, changing the what we say Y indices, then we will have the different line for it. Okay, let's do it in this manner. As we already have 2 and 1, let me place it was 2 and 1. Okay, let me place 2 over here and 1 over here. And let's relate this rather than freezing that. Let's have this dynamic data. Okay, and I will freeze this by placing dollars. And instead of 1, I use this cell and freeze this by adding dollars to it. Let us see how it helps us changing the data. You will see that how the graph changes. If instead of 2, I place 1, see. If I place -2, it will rotate. See how dynamic it is. So this helps us making a dynamic graph. We can make an equation, and that equation can be remain dynamic. This formula can be used to place means let me show you that I can use this and place it over here for the second line. This is A1, A2, this is X, this is something A dash, B dash. And let me place this same formula for that also. I want to put this dollar multiply sign instead of this one. Let me use this place dollar sign over here. Okay, so these are two lines made for me. Whatever equation I get from my professor, I will just change these 4 values and my graph will be made. Isn't it very dynamic and ready-made for me?
Yes.
For example, okay, you want to see the formula? Formula is very same as we had done earlier. It's same. For this equation, let me not put this minus sign also. Okay. For this equation, let me show you how it works. For this equation, what will be the value of 2 and 1? Instead of 2 and 1, what will be here? What is A for this particular equation? A is -1, isn't it? -1 is multiplied by X.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And instead of B, it is 1. Fine, this is
Fine.
correct. So this is our equation's result. We just change these 4 cells and our graph is ready made for us. Every time we need not have to frame a new formula. We have a dynamic formula with us. We have value of A. Let me place A and B also over here. Let me place capital A and capital B. Let me place a small a and small b for this. Okay. And this is small a and small b. This is capital A and capital B. Okay. So this graph is ready-made for us. Whatsoever equation we get, it's always in this format. Y is equal to ax plus b. It's always this. It is not ax, it's said to be as mx. M is said to be as the slope and b is said to be as the y indices. Okay, this is a standard linear equation formula. And if the variables are only these two for linear equation, a and b. Let me go to another question which my teacher gave me. Let me see. Okay. This was the equation demand and supply. He asked us to do this equation. Demand is something minus. He said that y is equal to minus 0.3x plus 20.5. Okay. This was the equation for which we have to plot a graph. Okay. So if we start thinking that, oh, it's a bit complicated one, but if we already have this data with us, we just need to place minus 0.3 over here and 20.5 over here. My line is ready with me. And for the other equation, whatsoever he have given, we just need to change this data, nothing else. Graph will be plotted. And if we see that our graph is not presenting that particular point where we want to go, we just need to change these x values. Okay, so the variables are this. Let me highlight it in yellow, which we need to change this and this values. So our assignments need not have to put every time the new formulas, new formatting, new graphs, nothing. Yeah, everything is ready made with us. We just need to change these values. That's it.
Yes.
As for our previous one, what was the question? It was 2x plus 1. We are done. Isn't it?
2x. Yes.
Can you again please tell me what's the formula
Okay.
regarding using A and B?
Okay. Okay. Now, have you understood that how we used 2x plus 1?
Yes, yes, I
Earlier we
got
have
it.
used y is equal to 2x plus 1. Instead
Yes,
of 2x plus 1, we used that 2 was multiplied by a5 plus 1 was placed over here. Now instead of 2, we have given a reference cell. Yes, you can set it's okay. Instead of 2, we have given a reference cell where we have written 2. Instead of 1, we have given a reference cell where 1 is written. Okay. With this, we have made our dynamic data, which is related to these two cells. This is M, this is X, this is B. M is slope, B is Y indices. Okay. The standard equation for a linear line is y is equal to mx plus b. And for M, we are using A, for B, we are using B. And there are two lines with us, and we have made this formula. This is simple formula.
Outside it's almost 12:30 and they're gonna have the pass. So we
Okay.
have to move outside.
Okay. We'll move. Hi team. We guys have to leave this classroom because at 12:30 they have another session. So we are just moving to another place. Just wait for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi guys. back to my daily adda. This is my regular place where I sit every day. So you guys have understood what is this formula means, how it works. If anybody have query, just ask me now so that I should not move ahead. All done?
Yes.
Fine.
Oh my goodness.
Kanu, I'm sorry. Thanks for reminding me. I was thinking that I am on my phone. I was saying that if anybody have any equation with them from their assignment work or from any classwork, if you have any of the equation, just drop in the chat box so that I can place that in our graph and check that if our formula really works or not. Kana, Buki, I can expect you guys can share any equation, any linear equations. Okay. Kanav gave me a line passing through -4703. Great. Okay, and Buki gave an equation 2x plus 3 is equal to 4. Okay, let me first of all do this equation wala kam, then we will move to the point how we get the equation from the points. Okay. Kind of just wait for a while. Let me first of all place this equation because it's the easier one. Then we will go with the other one also. So we have these two equations with us. OK. Now, first of all, we need to separate y in one side. Let's do that. So from the first equation, y is equal to -2 divided by 3. Let me place it in bracket. X and plus 4. From this, we get y is equal to -3. Oh, sorry. This is wrong. Y is equal to 2 upon 3 is correct. Okay. Here, y
I
is
think
equal to y is
I
equal to
I think you
minus.
have written incorrectly. Y is equal to minus 2 by 3 x plus 4 by 3.
Yeah, yeah, I missed that. Thank you. Thanks for correcting me. Is equal to minus 3 upon 4 x and plus 3. I can write first of all 12 upon 4 so that everybody understands. Equal to sign should not be.
Why?
Y should be over here.
Eric.
Fine. Is it correct? Hope there is no mistake as of now. This is same and this will come out to be 3. That's it.
Hmm.
So now we have these two equations and here value of a is minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 divided by 3. And value for value for b is 4 upon 3. 4 divided by 3. Okay. 4 divided by 3. It is giving me date. Let me put it number.
45.
Oh, actually, I'm not placing equal to sign. 4 divided by 3. And here it was minus 2 divided by 3. And here it is minus is equal to minus 3 divided by 4. And here it is 3. See, these are the parallel lines. Are we supposed to get this result? Bookie?
Let me check.
Okay. I'm sure this was the same as I also did this. This was the parallel lines. Let me show you that graph also. I already have it. Was it the algebra? No, it was not algebra. It was economics. So Excel training foundation economics is 502.
Yes.
No, it's 504. 504 learning activity.
I can't remember what it was. I think it was supposed to be parallel lines or something.
Okay, yeah, here it is. See, I have already done this earlier also. Some parallel lines and similar results. The question might be like this only that check the parallel lines or something like that.
Yes, I think it was
Let's-
parallel lines. It wasn't
Yeah.
where it was intercepting.
Yeah. Let's move to the another question Kanav gave us. Just need a water. As we have already learned how do the equation of linear equation works. Let me not use this. Let's move to another. Okay. So for this, we need to understand this thing that in Excel there are formulas to find the value of M and B. So if we are having two line, for example, let me say you that Y is equal to AX plus B. This is basic mathematics. Y is equal to MX plus B. And we know that the value of these 2 points, if we place in a line, we will get the result something And if we put this line, that is also result to something. Okay, so now y, instead of y we have in this particular section 7, because it is x and y. So 7 is equal to m multiplied by -4 plus b. Okay, and the second equation will be 3 equal to 0
plus b.
right?
So we get the value of b.
Now we have two simultaneous equations with us, and we can, if we from this we easily get value of b is equal to 3.
And we can
And if we put value of b in this, substitute the value of b in this, we will get the value of m. So here if we put value of b3, it will go to that side, it will become 4, and the value of m will become -1, isn't it? So m is equal to -1. So this is the first equation. Now first equation will be y is equal to -x plus 3, right? Now let's come to the second equation. Okay. We need not have to. Okay, let me copy this again. There and watch this too, so that it make me easy to bring it over here. Fine. Now for the second line, we have, instead of y, we have 5. Instead of x, we have 3. So from, and the next line, y is equal to 1. And this is 2. Okay. So from here, we don't have anything that we get directly the answer. So by this, we can first of all subtract both the equations. If we subtract this equation from this, we will come out to be b minus b is equal to 0, 3m minus 2m is equal to m, and 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So m is equal to 4. And if we substitute m with this 4, it will come out to be 8. And going over there, b is equal to -7. Got it?
Yes.
So y is equal to, instead of m, we have 4. Instead of b, we have -7. Okay, so now we have these two equations with us. We will go back to our graphs. Back to the basics again. We have here -1. And here 3. Here it is 4 and -7. Here you get the answer. Easy.
Easy.
Enough. Is this the same graph that you are supposed to make?
Brilliant.
Are parallel or not? They are not parallel. Yes, we can see they are not parallel. Even from the equation, you know one thing, if you really want to check your mind that if the answer is correct or not, if the graph is being plotted is correct or not, for the parallel lines, remember this a will be same for both the equations. Because a is basically m is the slope of the equation. The slope will always remain same. What is B? B is basically what is the altitude of A with respect to corresponding 0. This axis, with respect to this axis, how high it is. See, at the value x equal to 0, y is -7. With respect to x equal to 0, y is 3 for this. So this is the cross section point where x equal to 0, where y is. This is only y indices. Got it? And the angle of that particular line is defined by m. How much value is multiplied by x while plotting the line? If it is minus, then the slope is in the negative direction. If it is plus, then it is in the positive direction. Okay. Kanav, are you there? He wrote yes. Fine. Anything else? Anybody have any question till now?
No. Can we discuss about the intersection point? How can we find the intersection point
Okay.
where two
Very,
lines meet?
very clearly visible from this thing that here it is. But if you don't want to plot it on graph, or you can check yourself, if you really want to check yourself, then you
Yes.
can do one thing. You have two equations. Okay. Where will be the intersection point? When x value and y value for both the equations will be same, that is the intersection point, isn't it?
Yes.
Let us consider that y is equal to y. It means this, from this equation, minus x plus 3 will be equal to 4x minus 7.
Mm.
From this we can get x,
Yes.
Yes.
isn't it? So let's try. If we move this minus x towards this, it will become 5x, and minus 7 towards that, it will become 10, and the value of x equal to 2,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
And if we place value of x in 2 in any of the equation, we will get the value of y. Value of y is
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
value of y is 2. Value of y is also 2. No, value of y is 1. Value of y is 1, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
If we place 2 over here, it will 1. If we place 2 over here, it will become 8, and minus 7, 1.
1.
So value of y is 1. So this is the point. X is 2, y is 1. And if we give the numbers over here, x value and y value both, we'll see the cross section point is 2, 1.
Okay.
So we can check it from the equations also. In mathematics, we used to do in 7th, 8th class.
Yes. Yes.
Linear equation, na? Solving the linear equation, getting the value of x and y. Okay,
Thank
so
you
this is
for
the cross
that.
section point. Okay. Any other question related to graphs or related to anything dollar sign or making these formulas? Because seriously, if you make these formulas, this particular sheet, you need to have to work again and again to submit your assignment. Even if the teacher asks you to submit in 5 minutes, you will just place these values, paste the graph and submit the assignment. Easy. I'm done with today's class. Anybody have any question? There are a lot more to go, but as of now, till now, what type of assignments we have, we just need to learn this much. We are
Yes.
done with everything for economics. We are done everything for analytics as of now. In analytics, we will have this as a break-even point, as a profit loss analysis, and in economics. Oh, in economics, let me show you one graph. Okay, let me teach you that also. Economics. This is learning activity. Yeah. Mhm. Here it is. Teacher asked us to do one assignment. Hope you guys too will have such. This is PPF plot. Okay, so in PPF, there is one type of production going on. This is one process. There is one another process, and they say that in this particular processes, if we if it is produced that X type of product, then if the total resources are put to produce only X type of resources, then they will produce 100 number of goods in a particular period. And if they produce only Y type of products, then they will produce something 1500 products. Okay, so by this particular graph, they say that if it is in between some place. Okay, here if 700 goods of Y product were produced and X goods were produced to the 60 numbers. And if they want to produce 10 more of X, then how much number of Y products will be compromised? What opportunity loss will be happened for Y? So for this, if we see on the graph and if we see that here if we add 10 means it will be somewhere in the middle of 60 and 80. If we plot a line over here and we put the cross section line from here, we'll see that it is in the middle of 600 and 400. It means the result comes out to be 500. So the difference is 200. So the answer is 200 for this. Okay. Similarly, there was another question. He says that if the production was going on at 400 of Y products and 80 for X products, and they want to add 20 more for X products, how much loss will be there? And obviously, if we reach over here, there was 400 and here the value of this is 0. So it means 400 Y products will be compromised to produce 20 number of X products. Got it. But here is some typical question. If the production was going on at 40 number of X and 20 number of Y, it means it is not touching that particular maximum efficiency of the production. So it means if 20 number of more X are produced, they will compromise 0 number of Y because it has not still touched this line, because the production cannot exceed this line as these are the maximum utilization of resources. As of now, there were some idle resources which are being utilized while producing this 20 number of X products. So the answer comes out to be 0 for this question. Got it? So we are done with economics and analytics as of now. Anybody have any query, any assignment question which is left undone? Share over here. Others will also learn something out of it. Buki, Kanav,
Okay. Okay, we
Arti,
can share our assignment questions too over here.
you can present your assignment. Let's see what's over there. If it is something related to everyone, we will surely teach it publicly.
Okay, so next time I'll do that. It's
Okay.
my first class. I didn't know anything about this class.
Okay.
So next time I'll come up with my questions.
Okay. Fine. So nothing left with you guys right now. Buki, all done?
Not right now. I
All
haven't
set?
done my assignments yet. When I do it, I'll share it with you privately.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, Arun, if I need some sort of assistance from you, I can message, can I message you privately?
Yeah, sure. As of now, I don't have much engagement, but soon I will also be doing my own assignments. So maybe
Okay.
possible I'm
I'll
not free as much,
not.
but yes,
I'll
you are free to send me private messages. I'll see if I have some free time. I'll guide you up. Sure.
no. I'll
No
talk
worries.
about what we have learned today. If I have any query regarding our today's topic,
Okay.
then I'll text you.
Anytime. Anytime. No worries.
Thank you.
No
Thank.
worries. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you. Bye
time.
bye.
You're welcome. Okay, bye. Kind of typing something.
Thank you.
Kind of can't speak. Okay. Okay, Anna.
Gonna have to review later the video.
Thanks. Okay, Kanav, you're welcome. I'm leaving the chat. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.